in high definition, where news comes first. This is WECT's Carolina in the Morning.
And good morning, everybody. I'm Bob Townsend.
And I'm Kim Ratcliffe. Team coverage of Tropical Depression Beryl right now. For a live look outside, let's head over to meteorologist Colin Hackman in Carolina Beach. Colin.
By far, these are some of the worst conditions that we've seen so far this morning, Kim, with the winds out of the east-southeast, somewhere between 25 to 30 miles per hour. We've seen gusts up above 30 miles per hour here at the Carolina Beach North Fishing Pier. As you can see, the waves are really starting to pick up. The rain rates have been, at some points, I think, well over an inch per hour. We have received upwards of an inch of precipitation already, and you can see the ocean really starting to get churned up there. It's crashing into the rocks here on the north end of Carolina Beach. And of course, if you're familiar with this location, then you know that we often see some ponding on the roadways on Carolina Beach Ave North, also on Canal. That's where we can see some of those issues, and then back up toward Lake Park. Now, so far it looks like most everything has been under control. We do continue to see winds really gusty at times and rain rates that have moved up and down somewhere in between, where you'll just see, like for example right now, where you're only seeing a light drizzle to where you're seeing torrential downpours. And of course, tracking the storm every bit of the way is our very own meteorologist Eric Davis. Eric, it looks like this is going to continue to intensify, doesn't it?
It does look like Beryl is going to intensify. In fact, it has been intensifying. The sustained winds from at the 5 a.m. advisory now up to 35 miles per hour, and it looks like almost surely now at the center of the storm going back out over the open ocean that we are going to see this become a tropical storm once again, possibly as it passes by our coastline. Of course, meteorologist Colin Hackman right now down on the north end of Carolina Beach. You can see he's getting slammed right now with some heavy rain, and we're seeing those winds at times gusting up around 30 miles per hour down at Carolina Beach. And we may even see some stronger wind gusts before the morning is out. Here's a look at the 3D version of the First Alert Digital Doppler, and you can see those heavy rain bands. In fact, we're probably seeing about the worst weather that we're going to see with Beryl in terms of rainfall right now. We may actually start to see things improve. It looks like already some improvement right now at Sunset Beach, and a lot of the heavy rains shutting off right now around Myrtle Beach and Florence. So this system really appears to be accelerating, moving very quickly. So even though it's pretty bad right now, we may actually see some improvement over the next couple of hours. Real quickly here, I want to show you, this is actually some video that we have. I'm going to punch up here just real quickly here. This is some video we just got in. This is actually not from Rocky Point, but John Blake right now up in Chadbourn right now. This is a live bamboozer feed. You can see some heavy rain right now in Chadbourn. So it's not just along the coast. A lot of our inland counties also seeing the heavy rain. Be careful. Do not drive over roads that have water flowing over them. Bob and Kim?
All right, thanks, Eric. One person is dead as Tropical Depression Beryl killed a boy in Florida. Police say Richie Dauphin drowned in rip currents from the storm. They say a strong wave knocked him over before the current carried him out. Dauphin and his friends went into the water despite red flag warnings.
And hopefully you're not going into the water today, because we do have the high threat of rip currents all along the beaches today. And they could get stronger as the storm continues to approach and then moves along the coast. Lifeguards have been warning swimmers about the big swells and strong waves. They told us they had to help about 30 people in the water this weekend before the storm even got very close to us. Lifeguards do go through 2 weeks of training to handle situations like that. But if you do go out anytime and do get stuck in a rip current, a reminder of what you need to do to stay safe: swim parallel with the shore. If you can't get out of that rip current, float or calmly tread water. Also, draw attention to yourself by yelling or maybe waving your arm. And if you see someone in trouble, get help from a lifeguard. Many people drown while trying to save others from the rip currents out there. All right, still watching the stormy conditions right now along the beaches down at Carolina Beach this morning.
And Carolina in the Morning reporter Zach Hunt is in Carolina Beach with more on a live report on what you can expect if you're down there. Good morning, Zach.
Yeah, good morning, Bob and Kim. The storm is actually picking up pretty good. Eric was talking about the conditions are starting to die down, but every time one of those rain bands comes through, the winds pick up and the rains start coming down at an angle, and it's pretty fun. You can see out over the ocean right now, waves are picking up. Birds, well, they're flying one direction only right now because of the wind. And then the other big problem today, ponding, flooding on the roads. There's going to be a lot of heavy soaking rain. So you're going to want to be very careful when you're out there on the drive to work today, and just make sure you slow down. It could, save your life potentially. So make sure you drive with caution and Bob and Kim will send it back to you guys in the dry studio.
In high definition, where news comes first, this is WECT's Carolina in the Morning.
UNCW students, stay alert. There's a gunman on campus.
That's the message that shook students early this morning as a late-night armed robbery happened right next to campus. Lockdown is lifted on the campus this morning, but police are still looking for a suspect. Good morning, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Kim Ratcliffe.
And I'm Bob Townsend. We'll have more on this developing story coming up in just a couple of minutes. But first, let's check in with Colin. Take a look at the forecast for today. Did we sleep through fall and winter and go right into spring?
Go back to spring.
You might wonder. I know that this weekend we all woke up on Saturday morning with some very uncomfortably cold temperatures in the 30s, but by Saturday afternoon we were back into the mid-60s, and it looks like we're only in the mid-60s right now for the overnight lows. We have seen gradual warming throughout the week. Just now starting to see the first hints of light there in the eastern sky. You can see a few clouds as well. Temperatures holding steady, 61 degrees. That's where we are for our overnight low temp. Southwesterly winds at 3 miles per hour, but as you take a look at the digital Doppler radar, you know that those warm temperatures won't last forever. Got a cold front on the way. We're going to show you what all of that green and red and yellow means for your week coming up in just a few minutes. Bob and Kim.
Colin, thanks very much. A developing story right now, an armed robber near the UNCW campus. It started here at the Hardee's on South College Road. That's where a woman saying that she and a friend were robbed at gunpoint in the parking lot. The robber fled the scene heading towards the UNCW campus. This morning, UNCW police and Wilmington police are searching for the man, bringing out the K-9 unit and Sable helicopter as well. Now, the university is not on lockdown and classes will go on today as scheduled. The students got an emergency text message and email alert last night telling them to stay safe, but the message was first hard to grasp.
You see the stuff on the news and you just don't expect it to happen anywhere near you.
Now, police did release a description of the robber. They say he is a heavy-set man, at least 250 pounds, who seems to be college age. Was wearing a black hoodie and a red cloth over his face and carrying a small caliber handgun. WECT News is following the story. We'll bring you the latest details on air and online at WECT.com. And remember, get all the latest and breaking news with our WECT app. It's the best way to keep your local news on the go, and just log on to WECT.com to see how to get it for free on your smartphone.
Well, a child is dead in Columbus County, and now police in Chadbourne and the SBI are investigating. According to detectives, a 10-year-old girl died on North Wilson Street. The SBI is assisting in this investigation. The exact cause of death not known at this time, but we will continue to work to get more details and bring them to you on WECT.com and today on WECT News at midday.
Some big decisions facing Wilmington City Council members tonight. Take a look at this now. First, city employees could be seeing some bigger paychecks. Tonight, council is talking about plans to give workers a one-time bonus and that extra money coming from higher sales tax as well as money from frozen positions. Leaders say the employees did face some cuts in their 401ks and changes in health insurance.
Good morning. I'm Amy Taylor with a look at your first alert traffic. US 74 West near Alex Jacob Drive in Bolton, two-car fender bender off to the side. In Onslow County, another one coming in Union Chapel Church Road and Duty Field Road. All clear in the Port City, and volume is mild right now. College at Waltmore. That's a check of your first alert traffic.
First Alert Traffic is sponsored by Pods, the best moving and storage idea ever. Call today and learn about our 1-month free storage offer.
All right, and the whole Carolina in the Morning crew working to get you out the door this morning.
That's right. Here's what you need to know about this morning. A murder trial starting in New Hanover County today. Thomas Grooms is facing second-degree murder and DWI charges. State Highway Patrol troopers say the man hit and killed Ronald Doolittle and his 17-year-old son Trey as they were riding bikes along River Road last April. Grooms' attorney saying he has no criminal record other than a ticket from 20 years ago and that he should not be charged with murder.
And corporal punishment is out in Columbus County. County Superintendent Alan Falk says his schools are no longer using paddling as punishment. That came after the county was ranked second in the state for using corporal punishment on students. And happening now, news just into the WECT newsroom. A big fire breaks out at a gas station. This is in South Florida, where a driver crashed into a pump. Check it out. The woman inside the SUV jumps out of the car. Other drivers also try to get out of the area. Luckily, no one got hurt in the crash. The flames are contained, all contained to that single gas pump there.
And today's Get Fit Challenge, we went to take a Zumba class. These ladies have been working hard all morning, building that energy. A lot of strength and toning, most of all, a fun, healthy way to get some exercise in here. We hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back with more coming up, and thank you for staying with us today on Carolina in the Morning.
I tried. I have no coordination whatsoever, though. I couldn't even do something like that.
I have a hard enough time running left, right, left, right, left, right, doing all the other stuff. Woo, they have it going on this morning for sure.